Hey everybody, Brandon Costa from Sports Video Group here on a beautiful summer afternoon. We're at CBS getting ready for the NFL season with coordinating producer Lance Barrow. Lance, thanks a lot for taking some time with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Well, you got a big year in store for you this year, and you've done a lot of major events in your career. You're a legend in the industry. How excited are you for Super Bowl 50? Could this be one of the biggest events you've ever done?
Well, I think it could be the biggest event I've ever been a part of. I started thinking about years ago, there's a possibility that I could produce Super Bowl 50. And that's what I was kind of my goal for the last probably 8 or 9 years when I took over the NFL and started producing our #1 game. So I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah. Is there a way to, and you've been a part of the preparation meetings and you know what's possibly down the pike, is there any way that you can understate how big of a broadcast this could potentially be?
Well, it's going to be a huge broadcast. It's going to be a huge day, not only for the NFL and CBS Sports and CBS in general, but, it's a national holiday. The way I look at it, Super Bowl Sunday is here in the United States. The thing is, you just got to maintain kind of a calmness. You can't let the event become so big that it overtakes you and everybody else.
Do you take the mindset of a coach in that it's just any other game, it's just another football game, but it also happens to be Super Bowl 50?
Well, it's Super Bowl 50. No matter what kind of mindset you try to put on, I always joke, any Super Bowl you do, any big game you do, they're still going to play 4 quarters. They're going to be 11 on 11. The only difference is there's not Beyonce at halftime or whoever Super Bowl 50 halftime guest will be. So, but hey, nobody needs to tell you it's a Super Bowl. No one needs to tell you how big it is. And no one really needs to tell you that Super Bowl 50 and it's an important game. Everybody knows that.
So to get back into the regular season, before we jump too far ahead here to the Super Bowl, you guys have a new truck this year that you've gotten the chance to take a look at a golf tournament already. What are your thoughts on the new NEP truck that you're going to be working with, and how does that change how you guys are going to be working this year?
It smells like a new car. When I walked in, one of the first things I said last week at Greensboro at the Wyndham Championship, this smells like a new car, and that's what it is. It's a new toy. And it's something that's been in the making for a few years now. And we took the wrappings off last week in Greensboro. And it is the best on the road. And it's going to be something that I'm fortunate enough to be in, not only for football, but also for golf here at CBS Sports.
Now, we were chatting offline before about, even though you're kind of more of an old school, traditional, been in the business a long time producer, you really embrace a lot of the technology that's come down the pike, from everything from 3D at the Masters to now 4K being integrated. What are some technological elements that are kind of breaking out right now that you're particularly excited about?
Well, I'm excited at obviously how high speed continues to get great. We were the first ones that brought high speed cameras online a few years ago at a golf tournament at Pebble Beach, and we have developed it. Now it's kind of a mainstay for every sport in our industry. 4K cameras, I'm looking forward to that catching up with technology, because doing a live sporting event, just like what happened with HD, what's happened with 3D, technology's got to catch up with what we're doing in the field. And so 4K is going to be something that I'm going to be able to look at for the next few years and see how it improves and how it will improve our broadcast.
Now, last year really changed up your week in general by throwing in Thursday Night Football. So now you're doing a game on Thursday and a game on Sunday afternoon. Now that you've got a year of that under your belt, you feel pretty comfortable with it? And were there any lessons that you kind of took away from last year to help you prepare for 2 games in a week?
Well, I don't know if I'm any more comfortable. It's a big undertaking. Last year, our team, Phil Simms, Jim Nance, Tracy Wilson, Mike Arnold, and our production and technical crew, we did over 30 games on TV. No one's ever done that. And this year will be the same. What you learn, you got to be really organized. The old 1 game at a time really doesn't count in this, because sometimes there's 2, 3 games at a time that you're getting ready for. But you got to be focused on what you're doing. You got to be ahead of the game. And, like Phil Simms says, I mean, how great is it? Not only do we get to do one football game a week, now we get to do 2 football games a week. And how great is that?
That's pretty exciting.
As Jim Harbaugh says, nobody has it better than us.
That's very true. All right, Lance. Well, thanks very much for taking the time. Best of luck with this season, and we're looking forward to seeing what you guys have in store for the big Super Bowl 50.
Great. Thank you so much.
All right. For more on our NFL preview, visit sportsvideo.org.